presenta the rumble in Ruidoso. Well, fans, this upcoming weight features middleweights in action, 4 rounds of boxing schedule. Bien, amigos, este pelea es entre el peso medio de 4 rounds, presentando al referee Ruidoso Convention. Alright, fans, here we go. Introducing to you first on my right, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black trunks with red trim. En la esquina roja, usando calzoncillos negro con franja roja, de Albuquerque, New Mexico, pesando 168 libras. He weighed in at 168 pounds. His record stands at 3 wins, 3 losses, 2 wins coming by way of knockout. Su récord, 3 victorias y 3 derrotas, con 2 ganadas por knockout. Demos la bienvenida a CECIL Hagins. And his opponent across the ring on my left, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing maroon trunks, su oponente en la esquina azul con calzoncillo morado, representando a la Ruidoso, New Mexico. Already 161 pounds. His record stands at 1 win, 1 loss. Su récord, una victoria sin derrota. Introducing David Keaton. Let's get a referee in charge for intro silence.
All right, so Jimmy Lennon giving the introductions. Professional boxing coming to you from Alamogordo, New Mexico. Dan Cisneros at ringside, and you're watching the 8-count boxing hour. We've got a middleweight matchup for you. CECIL Hagins out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, the kickboxer turned boxer, trained by world champion Bob Foster. And his opponent in the red trunks, David Keaton, the local favorite from here in Alamogordo. We're set for 4 rounds, and here we go. And right now you see Hagins going to work, and there's Hagins loading up with those right hands to the body. And comes back with an uppercut, and down goes Keaton. Keaton got rocked. He went down. He didn't go all the way down, but his gloves touched. That will be a knockdown. So David Keaton gets stung by CECIL Hagins here in this opening round. We're set for 4 rounds of action, and CECIL Hagins comes out smoking. The southpaw, David Keaton, out of Alamogordo, has the crowd stunned. As he comes firing back. And he has CECIL Hagins backing up. Hagins came out and tried to press the advantage, but David Keaton going to war, and there's a right hand from Hagins, but he gets caught and stumbles back, and now David Keaton throwing a combination, and he has Hagins back against the ropes. CECIL Hagins and firing with a body shot and comes back with a right hand to the head as he ties up David Keaton and tries to just get through this. He had Keaton down. Both guys landing bombs. And they're right above us now. You see CECIL Hagins with his back against the ropes. David Keaton bullying his way in. Referee Lorenzo Saiz gets in and breaks the 2. There you see Keaton coming and trying to set up with a right jab, left hand combination. Coming up short. CECIL Hagins now back against the ropes. Hagins just trying to tie Keaton up and get some control on this guy and reset. CECIL Hagins, the big bomber out of Albuquerque. And now you see both guys just slowing down a little bit as they came out blazing. And there you see a war of body shots. Both guys trading body shots here inside close. Referee gets in and breaks the 2 again. CECIL Hagins will not hesitate to exchange with you. If you get him into a slugfest, he'll go there. And the fans like that. He's very entertaining. David Keaton now trying to apply the pressure, trying to get back into this one. Doing a good job of it. He's had Hagins back against the ropes most of the round. But that knockdown is something he wants to overcome here early. It's only a 4-rounder, so he's not going to have a lot of time to get back on the scoreboard. There's a right hand by Keaton, and Hagins kind of wobbled there. And Higgins firing back with a right hand and a left hand, and now he fights his way out. That ends the round. What an opening round of action. David Keaton and Cecil Higgins here on the 8-Count Boxing Hour. Boxing coming to you from the Ruidoso Convention Center here in Ruidoso, New Mexico. A wild opening round. They came out exchanging bombs, and Higgins catching Keaton with a shot that wobbled him. Started to go down. He caught himself. He did not go all the way down, but he did drop down, and it counted as a... And here we go with round two underway. You're watching the 8-Count Boxing Hour. This has been an entertaining bout. That opening round was wild. And there you see David Keaton scoring with a left hand. Higgins answers right back. As I was saying earlier, Cecil Higgins will not hesitate to go to war, and sometimes that may not be the best strategy, but boy, is it entertaining for the fans. And now he gets caught, and Higgins goes down. Cecil Higgins now getting caught and going down here in round two. Referee Lorenzo Size gives him the mandatory 8-count, and David Keaton coming in now to close the show, and he lands a combination. And he has Cecil Higgins rocking and rolling back against the ropes. Ooh, this is a wild affair here. Both guys in a slugfest. David Keaton and Cecil Higgins. Again, right above us here. And now it's David Keaton pressing Higgins back. Keaton trying to press his advantage now after scoring the knockdown. Higgins answering back as best he can, but he was hurt pretty bad by that knockdown. He's still getting rocked. Some shots are slipping in now from David Keaton. Keaton now starting to find the mark. And again, a left hand from Keaton. David Keaton now starting to score heavy, and there's a standing 8-count being given to Cecil Higgins. In New Mexico, the standing 8-count is in effect, and Lorenzo Size uses it. This will be the second knockdown or count. One more, and this one could be over. David Keaton now moving in. Oh, and there's a big right hand and followed by a left, and that's going to do it. Cecil Higgins is down and out after the three knockdown rule. I don't know that the 3 knockdown rule was in effect, but Lorenzo Size has seen enough. Cecil Higgins, the brave warrior, going in there and mixing it up, and now both guys giving their respect to each other. You would have to after a war like that. Wow. So David Keaton gets dropped in the opening round, comes back and puts Higgins, and now we're looking at a replay, and right there's the first knockdown of Cecil Higgins. And he got up. He was hurt. That really, really rocked him. Lorenzo Size doing a good job of getting it. Now here's the second knockdown. Although this one is a standing 8-count. And you will see that Lorenzo Size saw that Higgins is nodding affirmative, yes, that he was hurt. That was the right thing to do. There you see Jimmy Lennon talking to the referee. And here's the final knockdown and finish of the fight. There's a big right hand by Keaton. He comes in, Higgins drops back, and then he gets caught, and his head is just snapping back. Referee Lorenzo Size seen enough, and he calls it. Now let's go up to ring announcer Jimmy Lennon Jr.